and welcome to another edition of A Shave and a Song, a show all about shaving with a straight razor while listening to some great music while we do it. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. How you doing? Gonna be a great day today. I'm excited for today's show, so let's get it started off, shall we? Let's see here. No messing around today. We're just gonna jump right to it. Got a lot to do. Shaving with my Dovo Bismarck. This is 6/8. It's a good shaver. Nice and touched up with my 12,000 grit stone, so it's ready to go. Cuts like butter. Shaving with a little bit of Catie's Bubbles Sunrise today. And finishing it off with Dr. John's Savanah Sunrise. So I'm going with that orangey citrus flavor today, and then of course, as always, Clubman Pinaud. Who can resist? So here we go. Let's start making some lather, shall we? I'm way. I know you've seen this before, but I am way at the bottom of this. I got to get some more. It's a sad thing when you run out of shaving soap, or especially one that you really like, and I like this one. So we'll get her going. I hope you're having a good day, good week. Wherever you are, that it's a good time. Let's put a little bit more water in there. It's a little dry. There we go. So, I wonder if I say the name, or when I say the name, not if, because I'm going to say it. So when I say the name Walter Becker, I wonder how many people recognize that name or know who that guy is. Now, I would venture to say that most people have heard Walter Becker, even if they do not know who Walter Becker is. Really tough to get the sides there when there's nothing left on the bottom, so I'm really taking my time to get all the good golden stuff out of there. I think we're ready to go to my scuttle now and froth up the lather even more. So, like I said, I think most people have heard Walter Becker, even if they don't know who he is. He is, for those who are Steely Dan aficionados, Walter Becker is a legend among legends. He is a fantastic guitarist, songwriter. His lyrics, love his lyrics, love his playing. Perfectionist. Comes to mind too. You know, that's what took so long to release Steely Dan albums, is very, very much perfectionist. Now, the late guitarist, he did pass a couple of years ago, sadly. The late guitarist, he co-founded the band Steely Dan with his lifetime friend Donald Fagen. All right, let's go for wet in the face and let's begin this shave, shall we? I think we are ready to paint the face. Apply some lather. Here we go. Now, I absolutely love Steely Dan. I guess if you had to pin me down and ask me who my favorite band is, I would have to say Steely Dan. I love the style of music. I guess jazz, rock, city jazz, urban jazz, something. It's not just, I mean, it's got its own little thing. I love the storytelling. I love everything about it. So I guess Steely Dan is probably my favorite band, and I love them. But I also am a huge, huge fan of Becker's solo stuff. And sadly, there's not a lot of it. He released 2 solo albums, just 2. The first was in 1994, and it was entitled 11 Tracks of Whack. And the second was released sometime later in 2008, entitled Circus Money. Now, with 11 Tracks of Whack, his partner, Donald Fagen, helped produce the album. That was his first one. But on Circus Money, the 2008 release, Donald Fagen, I don't believe, was a part of it. At least his name does not appear in the credits. Let's begin, shall we? Feeling good today. Now, I love both albums, 11 Tracks of Whack and Circus Money. Great albums. And they both are very much unique. They don't, you know, they sound like their own thing. Like the second album is not a continuation of album number one. You know, it's a completely different style. In fact, I like Becker's work so much. I like his work so much that I had a really hard time choosing the song that I wanted to feature today, so I said, what the heck, let's turn this into a two-parter. And let's feature a song from album number one, 11 Tracks of Whack, today, and next week let's feature a song from album number two, Circus Money. Who knows, maybe I'll go a little longer than that. Now, "11 Tracks of Whack" doesn't, even though Donald Fagen helped produce it, it doesn't really sound like a Steely Dan album, and I don't have a problem with that. It, at least to me, it doesn't sound like a Steely Dan album. Circus Money, the second album, that sounds a little bit more like Steely Dan, but with Walter Becker doing all the vocals. We'll cover that next week. But what you get with both albums, especially with 11 Tracks of Whack, is, you know, you get to really enjoy Becker's storytelling, his lyrics, and how the stories are just brilliant. And maybe a little more specific in detail than what Steely Dan albums did. The Steely Dan albums have great stories as well, but with Becker's album, especially 11 Tracks of Whack, very, very specific in the themes that they're talking about. Now, the song I'm featuring today is, let's wipe the face and get ready to go again, is the first song off that 1994 album, 11 Tracks of Whack, and it's entitled Down in the Bottom. Now, when you hear it, it'll be a little bit dated in sound, because it has like the tinny electronic drum sound that was so prevalent in the later 80s, early 90s. Other than that, you know, it's got some, I guess it's got some of the electronic synth. I don't know that this song has it as much as some of the others on the album. But again, it still highlights his amazing storytelling mind. This particular song, I believe, is about drug addiction, and people have argued over the years as to who it is that, or what happens to the person, or who even the person is. I suspect that it's probably a little bit of a self-telling story from Becker's life. It's a catchy tune. I like it. Not very complex. I mean, if you're used to, if you ever have listened to Steely Dan at all for any period of time, you know that they really, really complex layers of music upon layers of music, you know, with that jazz rock stuff. This particular song is not as complex. There is some complexity to it, but it's not like, you know, what you hear with Steely Dan. However, it's a catchy tune. It resonates with you, at least it does with me. It makes you want to play it over and over again. So here we go. Let's jump right into it. This is the Song number 1 from Walter Becker's 1994 album, 11 tracks of whack. This is Down in the Bottom. There you have it. What were you doing in 1994? "15 years ago? Walter Becker was releasing his first solo album, 11 tracks of whack. And that was song number 1, Down in the Bottom. You get what I mean? That the drums are a little bit dated. Let's wash the face off. But, and it doesn't have the jazz complication of a typical Steely Dan album or song. But it's great nonetheless. You get some little tastes of Walter Becker on the guitar, and you get. I love his voice. You know, it just has that different. If you're very familiar and love Donald Fagen's voice on all the Steely Dan, which I do, fantastic. Walter Becker, his voice just is perfect for this stuff. It has that. It's kind of a bluesy feel to it, but not with a blues song. You know, kind of a blues style voice with jazz, rock jazz kind of music, and great combination. So, all right, gonna finish up with some Dr. John's Savanah Sunrise. Nice orangey, citrusy feel and smell today. Always feels good going on. There must be a little bit of, something in there that feels like my peppermint twist. It gives a little bit of cooling to it. I'll have to see what's in that. There we go. Just take care, you know, rub the face down, give it a little massage, take care of yourself, and great way to start the day out. All right, there we go, my friends. I hope you enjoyed it. Going to be finishing off with Clubman Pinaud in just a little while, after I clean up a little bit. Hope you enjoyed the show. Like I said, I'm such a big fan of Walter Becker that I've decided to make it a two-parter. Who knows, maybe it'll go a little longer than that just because he has such great music. But so today was from his first album in 1994, 11 Tracks of Whack. Come back next week and we will feature a song from his second album, 2008, Circus Money. Now, Circus Money is it takes a departure from 11 Tracks of Whack. It does sound a little bit more like Steely Dan, only with Walter Becker on vocals. An amazing mix, amazing combination. So I hope that's a good incentive to join me next week. So until then, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. Hit the alarm bell if you would, so you'll be notified when new shows come out. Leave comments in the comments section about what you think. And if you have any artists, songs, or whatever that you'd like to have me review, put those in the comment section as well. I'll take a listen, and who knows, maybe feature it in an upcoming show. And as always, you know, spread the word. Tell others about this weird little show where you watch a guy shave, but, you know, that's really not the point. The point is to maybe get introduced to some really good music or reintroduced to some stuff that maybe you haven't heard in a long time. So that's going to do it for me today. I've enjoyed myself. I hope you have too. So enjoy the music, my friends. Live life, and as always, happy shaving.